Hi, this is Joel Persinger, the gun guy. I'm back with a real quick vlog, what my son quaintly calls my road rants. So this is a road rant, I guess, if you want to call it that. What I wanted to talk with you about briefly is just to encourage you to encourage your fellow gun owners in states that aren't free. For example, as you probably know if you've watched my channel at all, I live in San Diego, California. And California, even if you've never been here, you probably know the gun laws here are ridiculous, to put it mildly, and California is not really a free state in the sense that Second Amendment freedoms here are restricted. It's not the most restricted state. There are worse. New York, New Jersey, and so on, where the folks that live there live under greater restrictions than we do here. All of which is sort of beside the point, except that it's astounding to me how often people are disparaging of their fellow gun owners and Second Amendment advocates in these states. I realize that the majority of the country is a free country for the most part where the Second Amendment is concerned, and if you happen to live in pretty much any other state than on the right or left coast, for the most part you have your firearms freedoms almost entirely intact. We don't have those here. And yet there are a lot of gun owners in California, just in my own area, for example, in San Diego. It's a military town. We're a Navy and Marine Corps town. And you go to any public event anywhere and throw a paper airplane in any direction, you're going to hit a veteran. And almost without exception, they are pro-Second Amendment gun owners, or even if they don't own a gun, they're pro-Second Amendment. The issue is that we have very liberal cities that run the state. Sacramento is one, San Francisco, and I'm sure you've heard of them. Los Angeles is another. But that doesn't mean that every Californian feels that way, and I'm just going to tell you from the perspective of a Californian, and I'm sure New Yorkers, New Jersey folks feel the same way. Being told move, and that's the simple answer, move, or having people comment in a derogatory way about Californians and insult Californians all the time, it gets old. It really does. So if you're from another state, or maybe you left California and you moved from another state, recognize that there are folks who feel the same way you do who still live here. And they could use some encouragement from you rather than being insulted as Californians or being simply told, move. Let me use myself as an example. I have rental properties here. I have a home here. I've lived here all of my life. All of my friends are here. And my wife has an illness that will not allow her to live in a place that has the seasons or has a lot of barometric pressure changes, because she would be miserable all the time. So even if I wanted to move, I'm not moving because my wife would suffer if I did, and I'm not going to move to another state so I can have more freedom for my Second Amendment and in the process make my wife miserable. And I'm not the only one who has issues like that. So when somebody goes on my channel and types move, frankly, it ticks me off. I get tired of hearing it. And I suspect that I'm not the only one. So I just want to share with you, if you're that person and you travel, you float around the internet and you decide you want to, disparage Californians, or you want to pick on New Yorkers, or you want to pick on New Jersey people, those stupid, rotten, idiotic Californians ought to vote for somebody else, and those kind of comments, when you're talking about the liberals in this state, you're right. But when you're talking about the gun owners in this state, you're wrong. And so sometimes I have gone back to people and said, please stop trolling. And then they get angry with me. Well, don't call me a troll. And the next thing you know, I get a message or a comment full of swear words insulting me because I've called them out on trolling. I'm not saying you're a troll, but when you're doing that behavior, whether you like it or not, is called trolling. That's what it's called. You don't like that? Fine, stop doing it. So I just want to encourage you to be encouraging, if you can be, because there are lots of gun owners in these states who are fighting for their freedoms, and they could sure use your encouragement, not being insulted by you. That is very discouraging, it's disheartening, and frankly, it doesn't help. So if you find yourself doing that occasionally, let me encourage you. I'm grateful you live in a free state. Hallelujah. I'd like mine to be free too. And I'd love to have my fellow gun owners in this state, in New York, in New Jersey, in states that have those issues, that are fighting for their freedoms, to be encouraged by you, not insulted by you. So there you go. there's my road rant. If you disagree with me and you want to post something about it, please do. I want to encourage you, leave the swear words out. If it's personally insulting, or if it's full of swear words, it will not appear on my channel. I don't use that kind of language. I don't appreciate that kind of behavior. And so it gets sucked out of there and it doesn't show up. And if you've done that in the past on my channel and wondered why your comment isn't there, that's why. If you leave the swear words out and you want to post it, I'll leave it there even if I don't agree with it. We can have the discussion. I'm happy to have it with you. But I'm not going to insult you, and I'm not going to swear at you, and I will not allow you to do it with me or treat other people on my channel that way. So leave that stuff out. Post the way you feel, whether you agree with me or not. The comment section's right down here. Feel free. As long as that stuff's not in there, I will leave it there, whether I agree with it or not. All right, please like, subscribe, share us on Facebook, Twitter, all those other places. If you have not joined a gun organization, I encourage you to do so. You can click right on the little link in the description we put down here, so you can join the NRA if you would like. It'll save you $10. You can do it for less than the cost of a box of ammo. If you don't like the NRA, okay, you don't need to post a comment, I hate the NRA, get them out of my state or whatever. Okay, that's fine. Then join an organization that you like. The Second Amendment Foundation is a great one. If you're in California, Gun Owners of California, Gun Owners of America. You can join CalGuns. I'm sure there are similar organizations in New York and New Jersey and in your state. But if we don't try and we don't join and we don't hang together, we start picking each other apart, we're going to get nowhere. Let's hang together, shall we? We're all of the same mind. We're all trying to achieve the same thing, and that is reestablishing our rights and taking our country back. Anyway, that's enough of my rant, I think, for today. Have a great week. Thank you very much for watching.